New York City Mayor Eric Adams recently warned that the city could be destroyed if it doesn't get more help to support the influx of immigrants, and is now starting to turn some asylum seekers out of shelter. More than 116,000 immigrants have arrived in New York since April 2022. Many arrived across the U.S. Mexico border, fleeing trouble in their home countries and seeking asylum, a form of protection that would allow them to remain in the U.S. and not be deported. Many are ineligible to work in the U.S. because of asylum rules that require immigrants to wait about 6 months for a work permit. More than 60,000 of them remain in the city's shelter system, according to the mayor's statement. If immigration continues at its current pace, the city is on track to spend $12 billion to house and support immigrants over the next 3 fiscal years. The crisis has deep roots. The United States immigration system has long been broken, fueling an international humanitarian crisis. And movement of immigrants from the southern border into cities has highlighted and tested systems' many fault lines. Adams said New York City has stretched itself to the limit, and New York Gov. Kathy Hochul and the Biden administration. The humanitarian crisis has also become a political flashpoint for New York. Protesters criticized city for hosting immigrants in schools and several residential neighborhoods, and heckled lawmakers who closed the border on issue. As crisis strains the city's budget, Mayor Adams, who has been campaigning on idea that New York City is a sanctuary city, has changed his tone. Republicans are watching, looking for a new bogeyman for the 2024 election cycle. Advocates fear Democratic leaders, including Adams, are falling dangerously close to xenophobic rhetoric and fear plight of thousands of immigrants will be used as political pawns as the country moves toward 2024 general election. New York's immigrant crisis is actually several crises in one: humanitarian crisis, as people from around the world flee instability, poverty, head to New York. Housing crisis, as a city that must find shelter for immigrants struggles to do so. Political crisis for the mayor. His handling of situation has come under increasing scrutiny from Democrats, conservatives. What the mayor said is conceptually absurd and unfair. Immigrants' decision to come to America was fueled by a level of courage we cannot fathom in the United States, said Christine Quinn, president and CEO of WIN, a shelter provider for homeless families in New York City that has housed hundreds of immigrant families. Mayor, it's fair say that businesses the state need do more. But the best way get help from the state and federal government is exhaust your own talent. There's no way Adams is at that point yet. Despite what H has said, why do immigrants travel to New York? Some of the immigrant influx is by design. Since last year, Republican governors in Florida and Texas have sent new arrivals north by bus or